If you come back tomorrow or after the service, Larry Roberts will teach you how to break out of jail with only a yearbook. I'm just kidding. You can come tomorrow, but it's good. Good. Well, friends, I'm back. Hello. You know, the metal seems like a great idea until you put an iPad on it and it puts it to sleep. All right, can you see my slides? Good. Tools and resources so you can further your work in the kingdom. Good. Raise your hand if you were at the E2s. A few of you, okay, a couple of you. So at the E2s, you knew something that got rolled out. It was called FM Connect. FM Connect is a denominational portal that allows you to do multiple things. Number one, allows your churches to do the giving portal to the EPP and the whole equation where you do the thing with a thing and you talk to finance and you have to pay your money. That's where it happens. fmcusa.org/resources will get you into that space to FM Connect. Also in there is your annual reports portal. Raise your hand if you have submitted your annual report already. It's coming to a close almost. A couple, okay. So somebody in my office is going to be calling you, those that have not raised your hand. If you need help for that, there are instructions on there. It's the middle column there. Also is the Hub. The Hub is a private intranet system for the Free Methodist Church USA. It allows ministry leaders and some of the folks that you're working with to have access to a personalized email. It allows some information for OneDrive and be able to store things. So you have 1 terabyte of space to be able to store stuff in there. If you don't know about it or you need help setting it up, call my office, 317-244-3660. Do not ask for Jay Cordova. Ask for CIM. CIM is our denominational computers in ministry group. They are an IT specialist group, and they will help you navigate the ways of FM Connect and enter into that space if you need a setup, if you're new, if you don't know what you're doing, if you want help, if you're just panicking like I do all the time because technology is scary and freaky. They will help you. They help me. All right. Know about that. We know about that. We know about World Ministry Center. Go ahead down about 2 more slides. Whole and intentional leadership development. We have done a survey, and for several years we've been using a tool called badbobby.com. Badbobby.com is a leadership development portal. It is going through a rebranding phase and moving into something called Whole and Intentional Leadership Development, also known as WILD. WILD Foundation is helping pastors understand their calling, their purpose, a little bit of intentionality behind their strategic networking. The most common experience based on the surveys that we've pulled and drawn out of that says that pastors, most common experiences desired are a renewed call, being a leader of leaders, and seeing and identifying role models. These tools help guide you through that direction. If you are a lead pastor, the denomination pays for your account to have that. If you are a support pastor, an associate pastor, or staff, they have heavily discounted rates for that. Something like 75% discount. It is actually pretty cheap. But if you are a lead pastor, that is something that we want to bless you with and work through that. The assessments are available at badbobby.com. There's leading under pressure, calling in purpose, goals going deeper, learning experiences audit, strategic networking by others, and these are all provided by your board of bishops. All right. You can find it at badbobbyleaders.com. That's what the website looks like. Raise your hand if you've spent some time in prayer this past weekend. All right. Doug and Margie may have been gone by now, but, they're here. They are still here. All right. They are the national coordinators for the prayer ministry. At fmcusa.org/national prayer ministry is a portal. This portal is going to have blogs, some media, some special events. You'll find information on intercession for your church, freedom, and different spaces. This is being constantly developed. They're working with a small team, but they have a team that is putting resources into there. Raise your hand if you have been to one of the prayer summits. They have been fantastic. All right. More information on those events regionally and whatever's happening is in there, and if you'd like to talk to them, Doug and Margie, I know they have to go kind of soon after this, but please connect with them. Next slide, engageurban.net. Somebody that was on the Engage Urban.net task force, Superintendent Mark Adams, is here, and if you would like some more resources on what's inside of there, he can help you. But in here are resources and dialogues and ways to network with urban ministry and the urban ministry unique context and how to engage with your community to be able to unfold all the intricacies that are involved with urban ministries. It's a portal that's also being developed and has resources in there. If you have something to contribute, please let me know, and we will put those in there. I was just talking with Larry Walkmeyer a little bit ago, yesterday, and Alan, and these guys have developed some videos and some resources to help your church usher spaces and all sorts of resources that can help. They'll probably be in there. If they're not going to be in there, they're going to be on fmcusa.org/resource, where you will find all of the resources from us for you. Another website that we have is Study Commission on Doctrine. In here, and you will hear from the bishops a little bit more on here, is a ongoing discussion guide for issues on human sexuality, on issues of doctrine that affect us. There are people that are way smarter than me and a lot of us that are helping us guide that conversation in our churches and understand how we navigate all the intricacies of doctrine and helping people lead them into Christ in the Free Methodist way. You'll find reports and articles from past study commissions, and really is our hope that pastors, leaders, and ministries can just benefit from the broader and deeper awakening of what it means to understand our doctrine and beliefs. Go on next. Light and Life magazine went through kind of a rebrand and some reconfiguration. Last year, we were so pleased to receive a really cool award based on innovation for our church, and thank you, yes. The magazine is now in English and Spanish into one issue. We had somebody call in about a few months after we made this change, and the pastor calls me up and says, "Hello, are you the guy?" Yeah, I think I'm the guy. How can I help you? And he says, "Well, are you the guy responsible for the magazine?" His name is Larry Roberts. In the case of any litigation, no, it is me. And gentleman says, "Well, we've been getting the magazine. It's wrong. We've been getting the Spanish magazine, and I don't know what to do. I've tried to contact somebody, but they keep coming back to me with the wrong language." And I said, "Okay, let's see. Are you near your office?" "Yeah, I'm near the office. I've got it in my hands." "Okay, you got it in your hands. Go ahead and do me a favor and flip it over." So he flips it over. He said, "Well, great. Now it's upside down." I said, No. Look, so we got to flip it the other way. So he flips it the other way, and there's a long pause. He says, "I've been throwing them away." I said, you better go to the recycling bin." Friends, it's in Spanish on the other side. Hermanos, tenemos una revista nueva en la red para ustedes. Hemos renovado el sitio de internet para que puedan recibir sus revistas en línea. Revistaluzivida.com. Van a hallar todas las revistas desde 3 años y para adelante. All right, go ahead. We've talked a lot about fmcusa.org/resource. This will be your resource hub for all of the things we talk about here, as well as resources by topic. Things like 12 steps to buying real estate for your church, annual conference credentials, employer identification number. You'll find resources for financial leads from E3. You'll find the evaluation from this space in there too, and you'll find a resource portal. I'll talk a little bit about that resource portal, legal resource portal next. But inside of here, you will find a plethora of things, and we are constantly adding into there. All of the stuff that Larry talks about will be in there, and if it's not, please contact larry.roberts@fmcusa.org, and we will figure out how to get that onto there. Next slide is the resource portal. This has been a portal developed by our task force of the Board of Administration. They're broken up by committees. The legal committee has been working with lawyers to put articles and libraries and resources into here. If you type into that, have a question, or enter a search term, things will start populating, it's pretty self-explanatory and pretty easy, but you'll find different topics in there, from employment, from policies, to being able to pay, and tax information. All of those will be in fmcusa.org/legal, but you can also get to there from /resource. Next slide. If you go back to the back over here, we have a bunch of books that are by Larry. Everybody turn around and say, "Hey, Larry." One of the things that we've done in the most recent, actually we just launched this month, is have an online bookstore. The world is changing. Brick and mortar is a little different. We're in a distributed workforce, and we have a website now. We've been in partnership with a Wesleyan publishing house. The partnership is still intact. They're still there. You can buy your resources from wesleyanpublishinghouse.org, wph.org, but you can also go to fmcusa.org/bookstore and find your small group materials, anything that we publish here in-house. You could also buy more books that are like Larry Wachmeier's that you've received as a gift from the Board of Bishops. Did you guys all get one of these? All right, it's been a pleasure to work with Larry and continuing to work with our pastors. These guys are fantastic resources for your church discipleship and development. They are broken up by 13-week chapters. At the end of each chapter are 8 to 10 questions. These questions are meant to be facilitated by a small group leader or a shut-in type of a person, or somebody who wants to guide their own. Somebody knows what a shut-in is. Guide their way through the discipleship materials of multiplying your ministries. There are an entire series of these books. They're called the Free Mo Journals. These books were designed to guide you through the 9 strategic priorities of the bishops, and then there's a couple others in there that are specific to like Advent or other seasonal tunings like that. They are only $4.99 each, and they are available for you at fmcusa.org/bookstore. They work on a subscription base, so if you buy a subscription, you're going to be buying for a year at a time, and they just come quarterly for you. They'll end when you'd like them to end. I want to tell you one more story. A few months ago, I was with my daughter. So you heard about Henry, now you'll hear about Ari. Ari is 6 years old, learning to read and write in Spanish and English, and quite a remarkable child, very smart. And we were downstairs in the basement cleaning out some boxes, and she finds a disposable camera. She says to me, "Daddy, what is this?" I said, "Ari, that's a camera." Ari says, "A camera? Well, how do I make a phone call?" I said, "Well, that's you don't make phone calls with that." Okay. Well, how do I watch YouTube? Well, you don't really watch YouTube on that either. Okay. So how do I take pictures? So I, show her how to do the thing. You click the thing, you take this picture, and then she says, "Well, how do I see it?" Well, we got to take it to the store and get developed. What's develop mean? I try to explain what develop means. So how do I get the picture? Well, they have to print the picture. Pictures are printed? Pictures are printed. Well, how do we get them on Facebook? Well, so there's a scanner and the thing. Friends, the world has completely changed. And when I get into my car, my smart car, and I ask Ari, "Where do you want to go eat?" If Siri doesn't have it, you might as well not exist. I'm going to give you an alarming stat. I don't really do a lot of stats like Larry, but I'm going to give you one alarming stat. Only 52% of our Free Methodist churches can be found on a website. If Siri cannot find you, we don't want to give you any excuses to not be online. There is a vendor here that works with us as a partner. You saw some cards on your table there for $24.99 per month minus your discount. They will help you navigate what you need to have on a website, how you need to be presenting yourself to the new generation and continuing the trends of these generations. And I would say one more thing. If you can start to think about the elements that you need to have on the front page of your website, and you can start taking videos, testimonials, the stories of transformation, they will completely revolutionize what somebody's going to expect when they arrive at your church. So rather than the front door and rather than sermon series slides and all that thing, if you have stories of transformed lives, stories of fixed marriages, stories of healed people, then that is a place that people want to belong. They may not look like me, they may not smell like me, but they know that I am broken and I can find somebody to heal me here. 48% of you should be back there. The others need to go over there and buy all of the books that are back there. Actually, you don't have to buy them because our partners, our friends and partners from Seedbed are giving away everything that is back there and everything that is at the table right next to us from Light and Life Communication. So it's kind of a first come, first serve, but they are wanting to bless you and connect with you. We're doing some resource sharing and connecting some of the items back and forth in our store. Andy is back there, and he would love to talk to you more. This is not a sales pitch, but we do want to know that there are resources available for you at the fingertips, and we don't want you to miss out on that. Amen.